Hi, welcome to Simply a Social Worker. I wanted to come on today and do a pop up just to kind of put a face to a personal journey. And so I've been on YouTube a couple of weeks and I've been talking about high functioning anxiety. Really, after your 50s, I'm sure it happens before that, but that's the journey that I'm on, talking about it in your 50s. And so I wanted to kind of do a personal story. So this will be a little bit of a story time, and also hopefully I can provide tools to you. So, just a little bit of backstory on me. I am a military war veteran. I also have my doctorate in clinical and pastoral counseling, and I have a master's in medical social work. And so many years ago, I've just always been busy. I just thought, this is what you do. You grow up, decide what career you're going to have, you get married, you have kids. And so that's kind of been my track. And so I was a couple of years ago working for a nonprofit, and it was a fellow social worker. We were talking about some things that we were doing in the office, and she said to me, as I was talking to her, she said, "Do you think you have anxiety?" Well, wait, I kind of clutched my pearls, like, what? Wait, what do you mean? I've never heard that. I've heard I was a go-getter. I've heard, oh, you stay busy. You're always on track. Anxiety? Never heard it, never thought it. Not that I could not have it, I just never thought I had it. I've helped others that have had it and needed treatment and services, so I never thought of me having it. I never thought about it. And when she said it, I don't think I had a light bulb moment more than I had, oh, wow, I want to look into this. And so for me, it began I really wouldn't say a journey, a time of more reflection for me. I started thinking back over my life, over decades. I had several traumatic things happen with members in my family, not necessarily directly to me, but it was members in my family where they died and they died tragically. Um, I had several moves across the country to different places. I had things with my own children that are now young adults, going in and out of high school, college, all the things that go with raising young adults. I thought nothing. I, I literally, I thought nothing. I changed churches, just things that happen in life. I didn't think I was different. I didn't think I was special or trying to, I just thought this is life and you just deal with it and you keep going. Hello. Okay, that's the first red flag. I kept going. And so when she mentioned it to me, I started really paying attention. I started paying attention. Okay, I'm in menopause too. So there was another change happening at the same time. And I was thinking to myself, did one thing trigger another? I don't know. But I believe there were things happening over the many, many years. I was in a war. I was in a war in my 20s. And I think that over the years, I just learned to keep going. I learned to not give up. If you fall down, you get back up. If you cry for that moment, and then you wipe your face and you keep going. And I don't think that that is wise. I've had to live long enough to know that. I think now, hindsight, which is always 2020, as they say, that I should have paused a long time ago. I didn't. I just kept going. I'm a person of faith, not only of faith, but I walk out the life that I believe in. And even still, with my faith and being a Christ follower, I thought if I pray, continue the life I know I'm supposed to live, that eventually I will be okay. And I am. I'm not. I don't want you to think I'm falling out and crying every day because that would not be true. But I started looking at a pattern within myself, and I want to share that pattern with you, that I was staying so busy that I didn't take time enough to reflect on my own losses in life with those family members that died. I did not take time to reflect on my career changes, the changes in my personal life, the changes in my children's lives, the moves that I was making. No time of reflection. This is what I teach every day. This is what I instruct other people to do, but I was not doing it. And I've learned that those that care for other people, you must care for yourself first. That's how you can care for other people. You must put yourself first. You must say to yourself every single day, it is the man in the mirror. I'm going to take care of you. You are first so that I can be there for other people. And in theory, I thought I was doing that. I increased my workout. I increased the way that I take in my water and all the things that go with wellness, trying to eat right, just things that I was doing to my physical body. But my mental um, capacity and my emotional intelligence and all the things with wellness, I was not doing it. I never thought of it. I was feeling okay. And my body was responding and saying, "You're not okay. You keep going. You keep going. You can't keep going." Everybody needs to shut down, no matter who you are. And we're talking about me today, but I want to hopefully encourage you to take the time that you need. Reflect on where you are. If you are a caregiver in any way, especially with caring for children, your parents, if your husband or your wife, they're not well, if you are a caregiver and you're constantly giving to other people and you're not depositing in yourself, you deposit in yourself, not other people, because I believe that's wonderful too if you have those social supports to deposit in yourself. But it is so important that you keep the promises you made to yourself about yourself. And that is the greatest tool that I can give today to make sure that you not only make promises to yourself, but you keep them. What have you promised yourself that you're not doing? I promised myself several things. I won't go into all the detail, but I try to, not just because it's the new year or, a new, time of life, or, you're over 50 or over 60 or whatever. It is because I deserve to feel better, not on the outward, which I try to take care of myself, but on the inside. I want my mind to be sharp. I want my cognitive abilities to continue to thrive. I want my emotional intelligence to continue to be present. I want to be able to be healthy on the inside for the people that I say that I love. But I love myself enough to be able to do that. There's boundaries that I set up, and I know that's a catchphrase. People say that a lot, but I say it and I do it. I don't answer my phone after a certain time. If my family members, they know if you call her late, she's not going to answer. It's not because I don't want to. Most of the time I'm asleep. But if you call me late, I will not answer. I have to be okay. I get up at a certain time every day, unless it's the weekend. Just that doesn't vary too much, but unless it's the weekend, but I get up every day a certain time. But it is for me. It is the very gift that I give to myself. I take care of my inward so that my outward would be a greater commercial for those that I will encounter. I talk to a lot of people every day. And if I'm angry, bitter, unkind, because I am not well, it will come out. Because who we are on the inside, it has to come out. If we're not feeling well, if we're anxious, if we're overwhelmed, it comes out of us. And so I wanted to specifically talk to those that are over 50. I'm talking to everybody, but I'm specifically talking to those that are over 50, because our body changes. And sometimes if we're not paying attention, we're on full throttle. I've been called a go-getter many years, and I'm thinking, how foolish was I? Because nobody can keep going. I'm human, I'm a person. I need to slow down, I need to pause, I need to reflect. You cannot have the type of losses that I incurred, and that's a video for another day. I won't talk about that one, and keep going. Nobody can. Something has to give. I didn't want to turn to drugs because I teach people how to handle those things without using drugs. I didn't want to turn to alcohol. I encourage others how to handle life without using the vices of life. I didn't want to turn to food or shopping or just poor habits because I can't deal with life. So I turned the mirror on myself every day to say, pay attention. Are you doing too much? Are you being so busy, so overwhelmed that you're not taking care of yourself? So every day, at the beginning of my day, I carve out time for me. People call it self care. I think you should, but I call it wellness for me. However, that looks for you. Begin the journey of taking care of yourself. And I'm not just speaking about outward, which that is important too, but my inward man, it matters what I take in, my ear gate, my eye gate, the people that I surround myself with, my closest squad. I do not surround myself with people who are emotionally unhealthy. I do not. I do not take in things that are unhealthy for me emotionally into my eyes, into my ears. I do not take it in because I know for me it is not healthy. So I wanted to kind of get on today and put a face to high functioning anxiety and what I decided to do when a colleague was so kind to ask me, "Hey, do you think you might be uh, having experiencing some anxiety?" And I think to myself, "Oh my goodness, I probably been experiencing it and did not know that's what it was. I just thought I'm just busy. I'm just handling life, not knowing that life was really handling me. Life was handling me." And so I have decided to face myself. So every day, this has been years ago when she mentioned that to me. Every day I decide to face myself. Whatever life brings me or whatever other people decide they want to bring me, I decide how to respond to that. I decide if I'm going to take that on. If I can, I don't. I don't make up a story and say what I will do and I can't do it because of something else is going on. No, I just say I can't. And I can't because I can't. I will not be able to take on one more thing. So I hope that this will encourage you if you believe you may have high functioning anxiety or you're just constantly so busy, don't know how to rest, feel guilty when you rest. You've experienced one thing after another for decades and you still have not had a reprieve. It's time. So I hope that this video will encourage you. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to Simply a Social Worker, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.